Trent acetate, 16 years of age, in my mate's car.
I was fucking scared, man. Genuinely. I nearly had to get like an ambulance called and everything. I was panicking. I couldn't swallow. And I was, like, the only thing I could think of was the gear.
He says, oh, you can get Tren cough. Next minute, I feel like something going across my chest like this. I'm like...
One night I had like really bad heart palpitations and I was shitting myself.
Yeah.
And I've never had that before.
For 5 minutes straight, I was coughing up. It felt like it tasted like metal. I was coughing. Horrible, nasty as hell.
I've had an infection in my quad, man, from pinning. I was in pain, I was limping to the gym. I was in so much fucking pain. So much pain.
I'll be honest, I have dabbled with a lot of things. Test, Tren, Sustanon, EQUIPOISE, DBOL, MK, ANAVAR, ANADROL. Even Halo once, I tried Halo, SUPERDROL. I've missed a pin before. I've done 2.5 milliliters in my right glute. 2.5 mil, that's a lot, and Zane, you know that's a lot.
If you don't do it properly, you're going to fuck yourself up.
You mess with a pin once, you nick a vein or something, you're pissing out blood bad. And that's something, this is why I've come on this, because it's truth. And it's the truth. It's a scary matter. It's not a pretty thing. That's why a lot of people try and keep it hush-hush.
What is your scariest experience with gear?
After I finished off my job, I was sitting there thinking, why is my heart going really fast? And I was thinking, what the fuck? And I realised I took Clen at 12 o'clock at night. Yeah. So I was in bed like this. You know, I was shaking, I was like, Jesus Christ. I couldn't sleep all night. I don't want to come off. I want to pursue my dreams. I was arguing with my mum. Got to the point I got kicked out. I had to move to my nana's, and my nana's the only person who would take me in at the time.
I was on about just under 1.5 grand total at fucking just turned 18.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Meathead Mentality. It's your host, MUNGO MAMMOTH, and we are back with another episode. And today is a very, very special one. We are covering a very untalked about grey area of the industry, which is the truth behind steroid use as a teenager. Today we are joined by two enhanced bodybuilders, ZAINE Story and KANEN, and we will be discovering the truth, the positives and the negatives of teenage steroid use at such a young age. Without further doubt, I'm going to let ZAINE and KANEN introduce themselves. Who are you guys? Where are you from? How did you get into bodybuilding? Give the listeners a rundown of what's going on.
I'll let you go first, Keith.
So first of all, I'm saying my name correct. KANEN Kaihao. It's Tongan, not Peru.
No.
It's alright, it's alright. A lot of people say my name wrong. It is hard.
We're trying to get it right.
I know, it's alright. So obviously, I've been training since a young age. I've been training since I was about 14, 15. I did boxing since I was 6. That was my first introduction to fitness, was boxing. And then I started going to the gym around, I'm going to say, 13, 14. I grew up as a bigger lad. Obviously, on the heavier side, dealt with a lot of bullying as a kid. And I thought, hey, yo, let's make a change. So obviously, joined the gym. Didn't like it at first. Didn't know what I was doing. Didn't have a clue. Got one of my friends to train me. His name was Pujan. It was personal training at the time, but it was for powerlifting. I enjoyed the fact that I was getting strong. Just didn't enjoy how I looked. So I was strong, but I hated the fact I weren't big. And that's the main driver of why I do bodybuilding, is because why look like you can't bench 4 plates when you can, and you can look like it and also do it.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a lot of factors in why I do what I do, why I started bodybuilding at such a young age, and why I want to pursue it. Main thing is that I don't want to be your average. I want to stand out in the crowd. I want people to say, you're 17. I want people to be like, I don't want people to think, he's just an average Joe from Doncaster, nothing important. I want people to know who I am. I want to step out. I want to be not like everyone else. I want to be like that. So obviously I've dealt with like starving myself as a kid to lose fat, and it's not healthy at all. There's a lot about it.
He was a big kid, weren't you?
Yeah, I was massive when I was younger. I was huge, I'd say that. But that's also a good thing. Growing up as a big kid, that increases the amount of food I can push up now.
Absolutely,
Just I can put away 2 old pieces as an off plan, should I say. There's nothing bad with that. But yeah, so there's a lot of factors of why I do bodybuilding, and the other reason is I just want to be able to change other people's lives, like change my own with it. Because we've all been there, we've all hated how we looked, and we all thought we wanted to make change. Same could go for Zain. We all seen his transformation, thought he went to what we're like 9 stone, 10 stone.
Yeah, about 8 stone now. I'm
That's
about
what I mean.
closing
What
up on
now?
18. Yeah.
That's what I mean. 10 stone
Oh,
difference. That's mad.
yeah.
And it's like we all have changed massively from what we've started off with. And it's like another factor. I'll say my biggest influence in bodybuilding is Zain. I met him in college last year. No, wait, last year.
It was September 2024.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
2026, oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we met him then. Obviously, first day I saw him, he had a gas jacket on. I said, I like that jacket, but I like it. I probably do.
We were sat in a college assembly. I
Yeah.
had a black gas jacket on, and he said proper loud in front of loads of girls. He's gone, "You wear gas? Oh, that's sick!" And I was like, "Yeah, man, yeah." And then we just became boys from then because obviously we were both into gym, we are both
Yeah.
into bodybuilding in college, but we'd never met each other. And then we just fucking became boys since we met, didn't we?
Yeah, so obviously that day it led to us talking about bodybuilding and then him saying, "Oh, come here a session with me." Next minute, go past another 8 months, bloody hell, we were in gym every day for college, going to like 4 different gyms, just traveling around, doing a whole shebang.
I didn't
But
tell you.
yeah, so short and
That's
simple.
funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Short and simple. Zain
Yeah.
is my reason for obviously it was my
Those are the reason for Royce. You started it
no.
before
I
me.
didn't say that. I didn't say that. That's my own
Yeah.
problem. It was my whole reason to start bodybuilding because I thought, damn, he's fucking huge, and I saw him. I mean, I will say, you're a big inspiration. You always will be. And it's like
Cheers, bro.
he, should I say, showed me the whole world of training. I thought I was training out to met Zain, and it's just done that a whole 360 since I started training. My adaptations to my sets, how I approach my sets, the amount of weight I use, how I move the weight. It's not about just moving 4 plates A to B, it's how you move those 4 plates as well. And all I can say is, if I didn't meet Zain, I won't be where I am today. So I will say thank you for
That's like you.
Does
that.
anyone anything else you want to say, Kanan? Just
Um,
anything to do with that, just the background of thing. I mean, you gave quite a good rundown, but anything else? Like, well, I'd ask you, what's the aspiration with bodybuilding? Obviously, you said you want to take it as far as possible. What does that look like for you?
obviously, me and Zain both got the goals, IFBB Pro. We've all had it, and we're speaking about it since the first day we met.
That's like in a decade's time, by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah, it's gonna take a long
We all know
time.
that. To say we all know that. Don't worry, bro. We don't know. Don't worry.
That's me. I'm
Yeah.
not talking next year. I'm talking it's going to be a long time away and a lot of work. But I think my biggest aspiration is to get a pro card, is to stand out. But it's because I've changed my own life with bodybuilding and I want to be able to change others with it. Because me and Zain met on a personal trainer course. And I've just signed up for a gym in April for me to start doing PT in person. So
Oh, nice, bro.
that's what, yeah, that's what I mean. So that's how I can expand other people's like experience with the gym with bodybuilding. Because I will say so. Obviously, this is my own sort of way to get your best physique possible. You want to bodybuild. You don't want to be doing powerlifting, doing high rocks.
Mm.
You want to do the simple thing. What says
Yeah.
building your body to the physique that you want. So short and simple. I want to expand not just my life with bodybuilding, but everyone else's.
Yeah. I think you mentioned a really good point there. The fact is bodybuilding, you can get really fucking strong and get really big. That is a good point. You do with powerlifting, you're very singled out on just being strong, but they usually look really shit.
Yeah.
But bodybuilding, exactly like as you said, the best way to better yourself is through bodybuilding, I think, as well.
But at the same time, there are some
mentally.
There are some powerlifts.
Yeah, of course.
But when
Yeah,
you've
of
got
course.
like, a 64 kilo class guy benching 200, but he looks like he benched 2, you won't. If you put him next to me, I'll look like I can bench more than him. If
Yeah.
he benches more, that's the thing. You don't want to just look like you can bench. You want to look like you are able to do it as well. If I said that right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Before we go on to Zayn, I just want to ask you, Kanan, when do you plan on competing for the listeners? Or what's your first show when you planning? And what
So,
shows
so
or
we go out, aren't
federations?
Right now, I would say I just signed up this guy. His name's Stewie, posing pro. Coaching with Stewie.
I know that guy, yeah.
Yeah, I met him. My first bodybuilding show I went to with my mates Kurtz. He's a men's physique boy. So obviously I met him then, spoke to him a little bit.
Bikini boy.
As you would say, yes. But we still love Kurt. He's moving up to Classic next year. We still love him.
Yeah, the song.
You know
What show was this?
It was last
ANAVAR, wasn't it?
April. No, that was his latest one. He got invited to nationals.
Yeah, I know. So
Yeah, it was his first show. I met Stewie then. Obviously, I spoke to him recently. He's done a whole calendar and a time board for everything I need. My first show's in 37 weeks from now. But how I'm doing it is it's going to be four in a go. It'll be first show, second and third will be all data collection. It'll be PCA, and I think it might be NABA for one of them. I can't remember. But the last one is in NABA England in November.
Nice.
Yeah, when I turn up my fullest, the biggest, my fullest, I see how I can obviously react to carbs and stuff. See, I just want to turn up full dense. Obviously, PCA, they go for more conditioning than anything. NABA, they do go for like they go for like the heaviness,
We're
dense.
just going for the fullness and NABA, yeah, for sure, yeah.
That's what I mean. So obviously, that's what I do. So I've got 4 shows prepped up. I think it's 37 weeks for my first one, and I think it's 40 weeks. So it'll be like a peak week, 4 straight weeks. It will be hard, but
That's going to be hard, yeah.
yeah, but with the people I've got around me, my family, my missus, people I go to gym with, even Zane. I don't see Zane much, but he's still there on the background, always seeing if I'm all right. I've got people around me who like-minded and want to see me do good. And the same for me goes to them.
Well, I think that's a really important point. Every bodybuilding guest I've spoken to, like IPB Pro, Jack Richardson, and everything,
Yeah.
everything they've said, all of them, all 4 of them have said, in order to be a good bodybuilder, you've got to have a stable life. Because if you have a stable life, you'll be fine. If you have problems with your girlfriend or problems at home, problems with your family, you're going to really struggle to lock in with the prep, especially if you're doing 4 peak weeks or 3 peak weeks back to back.
Yeah.
That's going to be really hard on your body. But as you said,
definitely.
Kanen, you seem to have a really stable life, so I'm sure it'll go fucking well. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I appreciate
So,
that.
Zane, do you want to introduce yourself now?
yeah, so my name's Zane Story. I'm 18. I got into training when I was about 13, but nothing serious, just wanted bigger arms, bigger chest, bigger back. That was literally in the fucking leisure centre
What
gym.
every boy wants.
Leisure centre gym, yeah. And then it was I first got into bodybuilding in my first year of college, or my first day of college. This was the year before me and Kanen met, so we're talking like mid
2023.
2023, mid 2023, yeah, the end of summer. And Kanen will know about this gym. I went to a gym called Steel City Muscle Gym in Sheffield, in Hillsborough.
Heard of
No
it.
one will have heard about this gym.
I've heard of it.
I
I've
don't
heard
know
of
if
it.
you've seen on my Instagram.
I have it. Is it the
Yeah.
red kit, the red machines?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then they're like,
yeah.
yeah, I've seen it.
And
Yeah.
and obviously the owners Jack and Mark Stevenson, respect to them. Fucking anyway, I went into this gym with one of my pals. Didn't think anything of it, just to hit a leg day. And these two joined in with me, and I was just like, they were fucking massive. Like Mark's, what is he, Kane? Like 50
He's
odd
my
years old.
height. He's 5'6". It is
50 odd year old. 20. His arms, mate.
Yeah,
When I
21 and a half inch arms cold. Unpumped.
And Jack, his son, he's mid-20s now. He looks fucking ridiculous.
Oh,
He looks like a classic pro, but he doesn't he competes, but I think he's
he's
trying
a
to
father
find
as well.
I think he's trying to find that
Talent.
I don't know what's the word, like that ambition again to compete and to take it right serious. But he trains fucking hard, man. And when my first day in that gym, I thought, fuck yeah. And I kept going back, and I just got hooked into bodybuilding from there. And I learned a lot off them too. They might not realize it because I might have been some skinny pussy at the time, but genuinely, I've learned a lot from that gym. And obviously, me and Kanan used to train there every day after college. We used to go there or S20, and we'd just fuck shit up. We were just known for being noisy little fuckers.
Yeah, but we moved it. We got ABS right, and we moved.
But yeah, got into bodybuilding when I was about just turned 16. And yeah,
You've been in the gym previously before, just messing around.
Yeah,
everyone does.
Like, a bit of bench here and there, a bit of squats and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then obviously I became assisted start of 2025. So it's about a year mark for me and Kanan as well.
Is that for you, Kenny? I was going to ask you that. When was your first time you went on steroids?
He jumped on January 2025.
January the 11th.
So it's been a year now.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, nearly. Oh, wow.
So how about you, Tim? What month did you
When Kanan jumped on, I jumped on about a month later. I can't tell you what date. It was around start of February.
Yeah. It's almost a year for you.
But people thought I was on gear before I touched it.
Oh yeah, I'll back that.
And you the first day Kanan met me, he was like, what are you running? You know, like, fuck all, mate. But that's what fucking, you know, Kanan knows this as well. I'm very old school when it comes to bodybuilding and training.
100%.
Like I do bro split. I train everything once a week.
Come
I do
on.
three or four, 5 sets. I go in the gym. I don't even have a plan in mind what I'm gonna do. Some days I might
Yeah.
want to bench. Some days I want to do dumbbells. You know, it's just all about enjoying it. You know, I personally don't like these upper lower splits. I don't
No.
enjoy them. I don't
No.
enjoy them whatsoever. I've tried it. I thought it was wank.
Yeah.
Like it's
You got
just
strong. That's
you've
the thing.
got you need to get a
Yeah.
lot of blood. Like you've got 5 muscle parts on
Yeah.
an upper day to try and get blood in to try and fuck them up, and it's just don't do it, man. You only get down to do 1 or 2 exercises per body part. You know,
But
you need to
like
focus on that one muscle.
what you said about Zayn is really important, like upper lower, and anyone watching like who does that sort of split. The problem is it's very limited in what you can actually do. If you think about it, right? Let's say you're doing like barbell shoulder press, you're doing bench press, you're doing barbell rows. You're trying to fit all those exercises in one fucking day, and you train
Mm.
hard. But you must be kidding. Do you know what I mean? And if you're gonna
Yeah.
do it, it's like one set of each. Where's the fucking fun in that? There's no fun in upper lower.
My,
The
my
fact
opinion,
is,
it's the granny split.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's good when you first start. I did when I first started out, and I got really strong off it. But there's a
Yeah.
point when you get to that level of strength, and it's just like you have to sack it off. It's just not going anywhere.
I'll put a little input now. Obviously, the guy I'm with now, he's looked at my physique, and I've done my posing over there in the kitchen, all that. Like, he's seen what I need work on, and he knows how I train. It's grip and rip, but he's done it so it's still same volumized. But obviously, I'm doing upper lower because I can't do a push day and a pull day because obviously it's that much I need to work on. He's done it as upper lower because of the frequency. Obviously, I'm not.
Understand?
You know what I mean? So it's A, B, and C, but it's very intricate, the exercises to what I need to use, obviously, for prep. Like, obviously, he said, my best body part is my shoulders. My arms are absolute shit compared to it. So we're doing more arms. I need more lower lats. I've got thickness, need more width. So I've been doing loads of stuff. So he's looked at it. I will say, obviously, upper lower weren't my favorite split of all time. I enjoy it. I get strong, but obviously, it's repetitive, and I like having that time off from that muscle
Yeah.
group to attack it. But now it's my lower day is intense and it's fun. I've got like 2 squat patterns, and rest of it it's hamstrings and stuff like that. So I've got hack squat and pendulum instead of leg press because I get heavy as out leg press. I put 10-25s on it, and it's like the amount of weight you got to move. If you're moving half a ton or 25s, you're tired as it is.
Yeah,
You
it's
put
a
that
lot.
straight
Yeah.
in, it's easier. Not just that though. I've changed it now. Obviously, I've just got a back issue now from doing RDLs. And it's like I've always had a bit of a big dip.
Whereabouts?
My QL, so it's my lower erectors on the right side.
Okay. Oh.
So yeah, so honestly,
Oh.
it's trying to get out of that, like one of them ones. So obviously, I've got to work around it. And I've taught when I was younger, so I've always had a bad back with it. But with how he's done it, he's set it out, so I've still have enough time to recover, but and also still enjoy the process of training because
Yeah.
it's still meathead. It's the exercises I like, but it's just a frequency. It's
Understand? Yeah.
it'll still be push and pull like that, but instead of being like a 20 exercises long, it's as simple as 7, but just more repetitive. Obviously, I can recover quite quick. I've noticed that I recover like that. I don't get sore. And it's even like I can jump in all my machines because I train at a Pure Gym or a gym in Bentley called Herco's. But at Herco's, you can't jump in out. I can put 2 plates on a jump in on a pec deck. I can do all that. I don't get sore no matter what. I did it yesterday. Chest is fine. And I train hard. And it's just something you also need to talk about with this is your recovery. Even being on it or at it, your body still has that capability to recover more than the average Joe. And that's why, say, me and Zane, we can just train as hard, as long, as consistent as a natural would do. That's the thing. And that's another thing we need to input, obviously, within this talk is obviously the usage, the amount people use, and also how people use it. The different compounds of what it does, when to use it, and how to do it. Main thing is people need to forget about gear and need to understand they need to eat more, go heavier, go to the gym more frequent, do your cardio, and train harder. I see too many people in Pure Gym doing an elbow cuff to the machine with a D handle whilst it's cuffed to the elbow at the same time doing a single arm like that for 2 reps. I seen a lad, imagine, honestly, I saw 4 reps like this, rate slow, contracting it. He had his notebook in hand, he had about 3 reps left. And it's all these people saying, oh, if Ronnie Coleman trained the way I did, it'd be bigger. Ronnie Coleman did what the old was gold. Heavy ass shit. Squats, bench, deadlift, rows. Stuff that worked back then still works now. And I don't know why people are gone too science-based with all this stuff. It's just stupid. Stick to what's good. Stick to what's old. If it worked back then, it works now. You don't need to overcomplicate it. And all this stuff.
Yeah.
And people using machines and stuff. I get using machines are good. But over analyzing your training, just fucking enjoy it. When I see people in the gym for 3 hours writing down everything and anything, if you've got an exercise selection, do it. You don't have to track it and purposely ruin the entire session. Because I remember when me and Zane used to train, we used to, if we messed up on like one set, we didn't meet the amount of reps we got last week. We used to be pissed off. We used to take it out on each other. We used to get really angry at it. And I remember, and I say so, me and Zane, there'll be no one better at our age as a training partners together. We synced up, we were ready. Obviously on the way to the gym, we chat shit, we'd laugh, we joke. The moment we get into the gym, it's serious. No more bullshit. We're there to attack. We're there to work. And that's what a lot of people didn't really like about when we went to certain gyms, was how much weight we were pushing. People saying stuff, people chatting shit, and how loud we was. But if you look back in days, 90s, 80s, even early 2000s, how people trained then compared to now, the gym's quiet. People on the phones. I'm seeing a lad on a fucking rowing machine with his legs crossed like this on his phone, doodling around. You don't do that. You're at the gym to fucking train. Go at home. Go watch fucking anime porn because you're little weirdos like that. Do what you want. Don't do it in the fucking gym. You're there to train. I hate it. I hate it. It's one of my worst pet peeves. I'm there to train. Waiting half an hour for some dweebs. No. I get it. You're resting, but you're sat on your ass for half an hour on your phone. No, not having it. No, it's one of my worst pet peeves.
The thing is, Kanen, the reason why this is trend of science-based and everything is because people are just avoiding the work. Like, it's as simple as that.
Exactly.
And I've spoken this with loads of other people. The fact is, you're not, like everyone watching, you're not doing barbell rows, you're not doing bench press because it's hard. That's
Exactly.
it. You're choosing a machine because everyone knows a machine's fucking easy, but a bench and a row isn't. And that's why that's why they're doing it. The overanalyzation is a cover-up for not doing the work and trying to get away with it. And it's this new trend of peptides. All these naturals are taking all these peptides and then claiming they're natty.
Yeah,
Like
it's
all
not.
these, and they're taking BPC and they're taking fucking GHQ and they're being like,
PCU.
"Oh yeah, I'm still natty." You're
Yeah.
not.
No, if you are injecting anything in your body, what has come from a lab, you're not natural. No matter how minuscule the effect is, even if it loses 0.1% body fat a day, that's still more than the average Joe. That's more than a natural.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's like all these people on influencers saying, "Oh yeah, I'm a natural. I take L-carnitine, I inject it."
It's not natural.
No, because obviously it's more bioavailable in intramuscular.
Injection L-carnitine is natural.
Yeah, but it's like people
Right.
say it is. It's a natural occurring thing. But
Yeah.
if you inject it
It's
every day,
debated.
you might as well take gear. If you're doing injection every day,
Yeah.
what's the point of when you slam the gear, but you injecting
Yeah.
yourself every day, causing scars and all this stuff? It's a load of bullshit. No, short and simple. The amount of people nowadays with a low amount of testosterone compared to what it has, it's outstanding. How many men I have talked to, and I've said to them, "Have you got problems downstairs?" Yes, and yes. I spoke to loads of people. You know what sorted out their life? 250 milligrams of test, more than the average Joe. Oh my God, they thank me. Never been better in my entire life. The misses are happy. Short and simple. The amount of young lads my age and are just a bit older who the downstairs don't work as a natural. That shouldn't be happening. You should be like this as a young lad. No, even in your training, you should be like that always. And I can rant for a while because it's a sore subject to a lot of people. And I'll say what's straight. The simple bit of exogenous hormones as a younger teen, people might slate it, people might like it. I can say it's changed my life for the better. And short and simple, people might not like the fact I do it. I might get slandered, I might get hated for it. But short, simple fact is, it's made me into a better person. I feel 10 times better than I was before, and then to what I was now. I don't regret it. It was one of the best decisions of my life.
Bring Zayn in again because I want to finish what Zayn was saying about himself. I don't know if you know. Do you know who Joe Gann is? He's a bodybuilder on Instagram. He's called Ganabolic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was talking about
He's-
something really interesting about the fact is people go on steroids and like they go on it and they think they can just come off it and then that's it. They don't actually think about the fact that the test is going to go so far down they have to take TRT. Just on the back of what you were saying, Kane, is like the fact is these people don't actually understand the implications. It's not just sort of you can go on PEDs and then that's it and then come off when you want and that's it. There's actually implications in every aspect, not just like physical, but also mental, like you said about relationships and stuff. It leaves a lasting impact. And that could be as negative as you make it. But you've got to control it. You've got to understand there is going to be implications, no matter how you like it or not. It's simple as that, you know.
Yeah,
So,
no, I agree.
do you want to carry
Like,
on?
a lot of people, right? I know a few lads that have done it. They do one cycle of a bit of test. After that 16 to 20 week mark, they just come off completely. And I'm like, why? After a good few months, you're just gonna lose it all.
Yeah,
It's fucking true.
absolutely.
Like, I personally believe, like, if you did do, I don't know, 16 weeks of, let's say, a millitest a week, 300 milligrams a week for 16 weeks, and you fully come off, normally you wouldn't have any problems downstairs. I personally don't think it's long enough,
No.
to cause problems like that. It isn't, right? But I know a lot of people that have done it for like over the years of just test and they never came off, and then they come off, and it's like a flopper, and then that's why they have to jump back on.
Yeah.
And it's not worth it. Like if you're gonna jump on it, make sure you're gonna fucking stick to it. There's no
Yeah,
point over doing 1 or 2 cycles. It's
yeah.
balance. And me and Kanan both know we're going to be on it for a fucking long time,
Oh
or
yeah.
maybe TRT for the rest of our lives. So we're obviously older and whatnot.
It's quite simple.
But,
It really is.
yeah,
It's
but it's a big fucking commitment to
it
me.
is.
Obviously,
It's
because
something you need
we're
to
both young.
seriously sit
He
down
was
for.
he was 16, I was 17,
Hmm.
and it weren't really a fuck it moment. We both thought about doing it.
16,
And,
Kanan.
yeah, he was
Jesus
16,
Christ.
and
Yeah, that's something I
obviously,
work on a lot of younger side with it. That's why obviously I come on this today because there are a lot of young lads. Obviously, I know my age, even younger. They've all messaged me. Oh, should I take MK? Should I take RGF1
Right.
signal? All this super stuff. It's like I did it when I was natural. I got strong. I weren't big when I was natural, but I was like for a natural, I looked alright. I was quite decent compared to what I am. I've absolutely mutated. I'll say that from what I was to now. I look like a fully
Absolutely.
grown 17.
And I just want to interject there. I've followed Kanan and Zain for about a year now, about last January. I don't know how we got cross paths. We've crossed paths on Instagram as people do. And when I say the difference between both Kanan and Zain, it's like night and day. Like they not just the physiques, they actual look like the aging and like everything, like just this general just size of them. It's crazy. Like, and you don't understand how crazy it is until you actually see it happen. Just want to say that because honestly, the progress you both made is just like you can just fucking see it through your clothes. You know what I mean? Like,
seriously.
Yeah,
especially like it's just mental, bro. Mental.
Obviously,
Um,
I'll probably quickly say, Caden probably aged about a good 6 years. If you look
yeah,
at
yeah,
him compared to last year,
yeah, yeah.
is it? Where's your hair gone, bro?
mental, isn't
No,
it?
it's like I'll say something. It's like
Crazy.
I've got a really good hairline, but I embrace having no hair because it's like
Yeah.
I'm at a young age, I have no
He
hair.
didn't lose his hair to gear, by the way.
No,
He
no,
did.
that's
He
not it.
didn't.
I did prank a lot of people about that though. They'll think, "Oh, where's your hair gone?" I said, "I lost it because of gear." They all believed it though, but no, not at all. I just choose to have it like this. I like it. My missus likes it, and I think like I used to be a pretty boy. I used to have long hair, all this lot, baby face, and I could not grow a beard at the start of this year at all. And now when I actually don't shave, oh my god, I got a full grown beard. Like it's mad. Like my missus, when she first met me, she thought I was 25. Everyone I know thought I'm in my 20s, all this
Yeah,
lot.
you are. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that man. Even my mum, she says that you've aged, but that also comes with like your life as well. Because I don't know what I look like even without it. Physique wise, I won't be nowhere near what I am now to this day. But facially, I might still have that baby look as well. But I will say something with certain compounds, DHT like derivative like base, you do end up getting a bit more side effects with the aging, less collagen and stuff like that. So obviously, there are bodybuilders out there who take stuff like that to mitigate the collagen like loss. But with me, I'm 17, I can't afford stuff like that. You just can't say it straight. Even if you have a full-time job as a young lad and you're going down this basis of going for meal prepping, your supplementation, your diet, it's expensive.
Coaching, etc.
That's what I
Yes.
mean. I have 600
Crazy.
grams of chicken a day. That's just short of a fiver. That's just with chicken. That's not including my supplementations, my gym memberships, all of it, traveling to the gym. No one sees it. Everyone, all they see is this. They see the body. They don't see what happens in the kitchen. They don't see me at 12 o'clock at night with 8 eggs and 2 tins of tuna because I didn't get my food in because I'm running late with something. They don't see that. Same goes with Zayn. I've seen how he eats. And if with Zayn, I'll say something. Let's go about Zayn. You can put a meal in front of him. It might look like absolute dog shit. He will eat it. And that's what I'll say because I remember in college, people used to piss out what we used to eat, didn't they?
I promise you, I used to bring the 2 tubs of tuna and rice.
Mm,
It's cheap,
so
but it fucking works. It's
it
protein
works.
and carbs.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
why the fuck not? You know?
and it's like simple. Another thing people save money on, microwavable rice, 49p, one meal. That's simple. It's a lot cheaper and then more time effective than getting a whole ass rice. Not my mum bought me for Christmas a rice cooker because how much rice to go through. Amazing. She got me a whole massive present like this. I opened it. It was a rice cooker. Thanks, mum. But I'm gonna end up using it one day, probably in prep. But it's like,
They're really good, bro. They're really good.
are they actually?
Trust me. Rice cookers, yeah, I use them all the time.
Yeah.
But
So
you can
obviously,
basically you can cook a lot of rice, like a bulk of rice, and then you can basically use what you want, put it back in the fridge, and then microwave it again. Like you can save you like 4 days of actually like instead of making it fresh, and it's
oh
really
yeah,
nice when you microwave it up. Yeah, I
fair
don't know
enough. That's something.
what rice do you
Jasmine's a
guys use?
basmati.
I use sushi. Yeah, it's a
Have
lot
you tried?
softer.
Have you tried black rice before?
Black
Ah,
rice is it?
black. It's nice. I've got some up there.
I think I have done.
It's hard to
What's
put
the
down.
Yeah, I don't really see that in supermarkets, but I'll give it a go. Yeah, for sure.
It's rare to find.
So
It's like,
I just want to say also, like, just everyone listening, because obviously the reason why I've done this is not just awareness of, steroid use as a teenager, but also, showing you that these guys know what they're doing, right? Like, if everyone watching, like, you can, as they've been speaking, you can tell their diet's sorted, their training sorted, they know what they're doing, they've got goals, they've got, they know what they're doing. You don't expect to go on steroids with no goal because if you do that, you're going to find yourself in a really bad place. Because
yeah,
if your goal isn't to be a bodybuilder, to be an IFB pro, and you haven't got those fundamental basics, training, nutrition, recovery, everything nailed to a fucking T, don't go on steroids, please, because it's just going to fuck you up. As simple as that.
mm,
I just want to go back to Zaine, just because we didn't touch on what Zaine's goals were in bodybuilding. So Zaine, just want to quickly run through, obviously, what you want to do in bodybuilding and what's the future for you in terms of competing first time and everything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. So obviously, I was gonna go for it this year, but people that are close to me know I tore my hamstring.
Yeah.
When was it now? August, September time,
yeah,
and that weren't because of training. I was actually on a night out for one of my mate's birthdays, and I was drunk and I was pissing about, kicking a beer can on the floor, and it just tore straight off. I was so confused.
Really?
Like a
Oh,
grey tooth
how,
hair.
but it's
how did it
sometimes
feel?
a lot of bodybuilders do that.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
obviously when
Yeah.
I was drunk, I didn't feel it. I thought no of it. I was limping, and then the next morning, it fucked me. It just hit me, and then it started going all purple and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
So
But but obviously I've lost I'm getting it back now to be fair, but I lost a bit of size on my legs, especially at hammies. But I could still do light leg extensions and like a light pendulum. So I was literally just doing like 4 sets of 20 reps. But no, my
Reminds me of
aim,
Zach Khan.
yeah,
Reminds me of Zach
literally,
Khan. Yeah, yeah.
literally. But
Oh,
nah,
beats man.
like, obviously when I first got into bodybuilding, I just wanted to be fucking bigger. The competing side wasn't even on my mind. I just wanted to get
Mm,
fucking massive. Obviously,
yeah.
I do it for myself. I don't do it to fucking show off or anything. You know, like a lot of people do it for girls. A lot of people do it for Instagram. I've got one or
Yeah.
two physique photos on my Instagram. I'm not asked. I don't really care what other people
Yeah.
think. Like, I just want to become a monster. Like, I don't think there's any point stepping on stage when you look like a cheese string. You
yeah,
know?
Yeah,
And like,
absolutely.
this is not me. This is not me shitting on people that are natural, because there's some fucking good ones out there. There
oh
really
yeah,
is, especially young ones as well. But like, I've seen these natural teens, man, like prepping, and it's just not in a mean way. Because I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to shit on anyone individually. It's not impressive to me. Like, it doesn't make me go, oh fucking hell. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like when
yeah,
I
yeah.
step on stage, which hopefully is as a teen, if not, I'll be a junior, which
yeah,
definitely will be soon in the next few years. I want to fucking stand out, you know. But then again, I'd rather look how I want to look than to bring a look whatever people want to see.
yeah,
I want to have a look that I'm happy with. You know, I want to be big and shredded. I don't just want to be shredded. So a lot of people get
Yeah.
the lean, but they've got fuck all size to them.
yeah.
They're competing with fucking 13, 14-inch arms, man. Fuck is that? I'm all right, you
Yeah.
know.
That's
Personal
it.
preference.
I'll add on to this now, and it's like it's so big for me. It's like stepping on stage. It's not just for fuck it, I want to do it. It's like I want to do it properly. Me and Zayn both said to each other before, we step on stage as our best. And it's like something I think I can do. I'm at a point where I know I can step on stage in this time, like this year. I know I can. And I can shock some people. But I know it's not going to be my best look. But I'm going to step on stage at the age of 18 and I will shock some people. And I will say that with my whole heart. I will shock some people. Because even since the last time I've seen Zayn, since the last time me and him trained together compared to now, I've grown even since then. And it's like I'm swimming out and going like that. And that's the main thing. Something I'm good at is I'm good at getting bigger. Something about me as well, since I'm so short, I'm fairly dense. Something about Zayn, as I said, he gets fucking bigger. When I first saw Zayn, his traps, you can see him now. He's known for his upper back. His upper back stands out. And that's why people thought he was enhanced, because he's got a fucking turtle shell, I'll say it straight. And not a lot.
Do you know why? Do you know why that is, Kanan?
Go on.
Because I don't fuck about doing 3 reps on a Kelso shrug.
Yeah.
No, we're not talking shit about George Peel.
We love George.
But, we do love him. But obviously, I've always done barbell shrugs. I've always done it at the end of back in it.
Yeah.
The end of back, we always do them heavy barbell shrugs. What numbers were we running? Like five plates aside on them.
So, I mean,
4 or 5 plates for reps. Three or 4 sets.
When we used to train legs as well, I can't barbell squat anymore because obviously my mobility, I go too quick. I can't get my arm behind past my head, and that's a bit shit. So what we did instead, this safety bar squats, we both were putting up 230 kilo at a young age. Not a lot of people you see that, and especially and an empty gym as well. That's like seeing Ronnie Coleman squat 800 pounds in a normal gym. You don't see it; it's rare. And it's something I can say is that the way Zayn taught me how to train has definitely influenced me to this day of my intensity, and that's what I say proudly. And not a lot of people.
I want to say as well, right? The amount of hate me and Kanan got is fucking ridiculous. Let me touch upon this, bro, because this is something I've been wanting to say for ages. Like, obviously, steroids at a young age, everyone has mixed opinions about it, right? For one, it shouldn't fucking concern you. Leave me to do what I'm doing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? I'm not going to mention any gym's names or anyone's fucking names yet, but the amount of hate me got was fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm going to start banning on going, Mungo.
No. You can carry on, bro. Don't worry. Go on.
Like, I don't know. Like, you know, Atlantis hack squat. I remember one time, Kanan, he had like 7 plates aside on it, and we were screaming, we're like, you know, come on, you cunt, all this and that. And you just be people like stood here laughing, going,
even though they can't do nowhere near that weight.
They can't. It's just a lot of hatred for what, man. You see 2 younger people doing it better than you.
Jealousy.
The first thing is, but every old person, that you speak to, rates you.
Yeah.
Every single one is like fucking IFBB Pro. Cecil, you know him.
Yeah. Come on.
He rates us like fuck. He knows we're young. He knows we're saying
Oh, so his monster physique.
He doesn't rate the fact we're on a fuck to the roids, but obviously he sees the way we're training, and he said to us, "Listen, fuck all." But bear in mind, this is a guy who's pro, and this back when.
Can we just say good pro, not fucking Sam Sulek pro, a good pro.
Yes,
he won a pro card in England, and they gave out one a year.
UK BFF. What year was it? Was it?
I think it was 2009. No,
2009. No, it wasn't.
That was that Khan team.
And then Bales was 2012. Bales was 2012.
He was the year before Bales, so it was 2011.
2011. Yeah.
That's the one.
He's old.
And like he literally said, "Fuck those guys. Don't listen to them. Like, do what train how you want to fucking train. And by the looks of it, you're training fucking hard and you're growing.
Yeah.
But, like, leave out all the runs and do your own thing, man.
He took his time out of his day to train with Zayn.
I know.
He took me through a back session. It was fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
But Zach Khan said the exact same thing to me, because I've had a few messages over DM with him.
Oh, that's so cool, man. I tried to get him on the podcast. Trying to get him every day. Every day I'm trying to get him on, but it's hard.
Yeah. I'm surprised he doesn't get a lot of hate, you know, because he speaks fucking facts.
No, but
and he says shit people don't want to hear. And I fucking respect him.
But the thing is, Zane, the reason why I didn't get hate is because he was in a generation where, if he was in now, he would be getting hated on, no doubt about that.
They would.
But the thing is, Zane, what you're talking about, the people at the top never hate the people who are doing well. Like you said, the screaming, the loud, you know, the heavyweight, the hard, proper old school training. People mock that because first of all, they can't do it, but also it's so foreign because they can't actually do it. They can't even comprehend being that passionate about something, going after something every day that hard. They can't even. It's like they don't understand it, so that's why they
Yeah.
mock it.
Yeah.
And people who usually don't understand things laugh at them. They don't understand, so they're just going to make fun of it.
Yeah.
But who gives a shit? They're not going to do shit with their life anyway, so fuck them. Everyone who
Also,
hates you, fuck you.
and I was thought about this. It's like with me and Zayn, we became brothers. I will say it. He became one of my closest friends. I don't even see him much, but when I see him, it's like we never left. And I remember
Yeah.
there was this one time we were training legs, and I had a really shit day, not just in person, but in my head as well. And right before my axe squat set, I was tearing up. I was crying because there was a lot of stuff in my house, my family, and all this lot going off. And he says, use that fucking anger you got right now and tap this fucking set. And this entire time, it was 240 kilo on a hack squat. I was 16 years of age. And the last time I did it, I got 3 reps. That set, after hearing those words from my brother, I will say, you are. I got fucking 7 reps. And it don't matter to anyone can put up that much weight, yeah. But it's the fact is that even though I went there in mindset, I had someone there.
It's the intent.
Yeah, it's the intent. And I had someone there who was pushing me. And I fucking give him a hug afterwards because people don't understand how much the gym means to people. And the amount of people and brothers and friends you met, and even sisters you met throughout the gym. And it's like, I will say something, if I never went to the gym in the first place, I'd never met you. I would have never met Zayn. I would have never done bodybuilding. Everything in your life adds up. Every person you meet is for a reason. And I will say, Zayn is my reason to start bodybuilding. And I'm not glazing it, but I'm saying it straight. If I didn't meet Zayn, I would be where I am to this day. And he was a big influence to my whole life, to now becoming a personal trainer, now to coaching people, now to expanding my own life for the better. And I will say so, that was one of the fucking best leg days I've ever had because of how much mental impact it had on my actual physique and how hard I actually went. When me and him used to train, we used to do 5 drop sets. I remember once we went from 5 plates all the way down to 1 plate, a hack squat without stopping. I was tearing up. I was fucking crying because I was in that much pain. I was fucking horrendously in shock. The owner of the gym next to me was saying, go on, we love to see stuff like that because you don't see people training hard nowadays. And so what me and Tren will bring is intensity. No matter what, intensity is the key to growth.
Yeah. And just going back off what Kanen said there, the reason why I got both of you on is because you're raw and you're real, and I know you've got such a passion for training. A lot of these people who do podcasts, they bring all the people who've got the blue ticks and who are all fucking all over Instagram and all the reels, but it's not about that. This podcast and what we're talking about today is about real fucking bodybuilding, proper people, passionate people. The real people of bodybuilding, and that's why I brought you guys on because you train seriously hard. You're very, very, lots of potential in teenage bodybuilding. I can't wait to see it. So I just want to move on, and I just want to talk about going into more depth about PEDs, right? So, what was your first cycle, guys? Let's talk about it.
I'll let Zayn go first. I don't want a lot of talking because I'm a bot.
Just before that, guys, everyone listening, they both started. Kanen was January and Zayn was February last year, and Kanen was 16 and Zayn was 17. Just going that up.
Yeah. So my first cycle was I started off with just tests. So my first cycle lasted it was about 6 months.
Yeah, it was a long cycle.
How much test?
So if I'll break it down for you. So my first pin, I'm not going to disclose where it was, but
There's no worry about that.
Let's just say it was in the toilets or somewhere. And I had this might sound a bit cringe to some people, but I had a playlist on in my AirPod, and an Ant Bale's motivational video came on. That's what I was like, yeah, go on then, fuck it, just do it. It was a fuck it moment there, but I knew I wanted to do it. I just thought, fuck it, just do it. And I think it was about 30 milligrams a test. It was like 0.1.
It was hardly anything.
Test.
And I remember after we got it done, it was like, is that it? Is that it? I remember that entire day, bro. You was on it. You was the shit. You were like, come on then, let's fucking train.
So that was bullshit. After that, I just kept on doing it. So I think for the first 2 months I was on it, out of the 6 months, it was only about 150 tests.
Yeah, you were done.
And then I got to around April, and I increased the test to 300, left it as that. So I was on about 300 tests from April till about June. And at the start of June time, I added in MPP, which is basically just like my opinion, a better version of Deca. Like a new cool version of Deca. And I
Um,
did what was it? How much of that did I go on? I think it was 2 mil a week because it's 100 milligram a mil. So I was on
200
200
milligrams.
milligrams of MPP, and then I bumped my test up to 400 milligrams. So I was on about 600 milligrams total, and that was up until August, and that was my first cycle, like as a whole. Yeah.
um, Zane, do you just want to quickly explain what MPP is if you can, and like Deca and stuff to people listening? Because I don't think a lot of people, well, some people might
Yes.
know who are watching, but obviously only
So
people really know about test and trend,
yeah, so MPP I think it's a brilliant bulking compound.
100%.
It slaps on mass size. The side effects do fuck you, and this is what I want to talk about as well, because people just see
Absolutely,
the
go ahead.
benefits. No one talks about the sides. Like, I'll be straight up honest, because I do not give a fuck. For the for about it hit me straight away, like 2 weeks in, I just started getting, a few spots here and there. I didn't get that off test.
Mm.
Obviously, it was an increase of test. It probably was jointed. So obviously, I started getting a bit of acne on my back and a bit on my shoulders. Not bad, just a few spots. For that 2 month mark, I was on MPP from June to August. When you're in the bedroom, man, nothing were coming out. And I'll say it how it is. But on the MPP, now I'm fine. Now I'm fine. I'm clearing that up. But obviously, for that 2 month mark, I was on it. You know, that is one of the fucking side effects of it. It's the fucking truth. Obviously, spots and the anger when that MPP hit me, it were bad, man. I'm telling you, it was bad. And then I will talk about another cycle I did afterwards, which was my last one. Because I've only done two cycles, but obviously they've been long ones, they've been big ones. Obviously, because it's been about a year now.
Yeah.
And I raised that MPP to about,
300.
no, I think it was 400 milligrams of MPP I was on.
And what
Yeah.
was test on
And
that point?
500.
Oof.
So my last cycle was 500 test, 400 MPP,
Then
and then I was
was
on,
that it? Anything
and
else?
no,
Any?
I was on Mastron as well, and I was
How?
on, I think it
You're
was
low with that.
300, I was 300 milligrams of that, and then I was on EQ as well.
So
Oh,
quite
yeah.
quite quite a different
I,
cycle to the first one.
yeah, to be honest with you, I just take whatever like I feel good with. I was on
Absolutely.
about, I was on about just under 1.5 grams total at fucking just turned 18.
Yeah.
Like the side effects I got with that cycle, man, people at home started noticing. I was speaking to everyone like shit, you know. Like my mum was like, I can tell you've upped it, you're turning into a cunt, Zane. And I don't want to tell you that because you're my son and I love you, but please calm it down. And I thought, let me finish this one up and I will. I'll calm it down. And I was in the gym, I was just fucking fired. I was fired up wherever. If I'm out, if I'm clubbing, someone's looking at me funny, I'm like, what? It was just, it were bad, the effects, man. And it was just mainly anger more than anything. And
Yeah.
you become more emotional. I'd be sat here tearing up and I don't know what the fuck I'm crying about. I'm like, I'm fine, you know?
Yeah.
But in the gym wise, benefit wise, fucking hell. Like, put it
Yeah.
this way, right now I'm, closing up on 18 stone. I'm, I'd say I'm about 17, 18% body fat. That's not fat. A
No,
bit of
no.
timber on me, you know? That's it. My strength was fucking rapidly improving as well.
Yeah.
Like, say incline dumbbells, for example, I could put up 50s for 10. Next session, I'd be on 52s for 10. It would just it was fast, man. It was fast.
Yeah.
And that's why I think people get addicted to them.
Absolutely.
Because you see you getting bigger. Oh, new vein here, that weren't there the other day.
Yeah.
Or striations here. Oh, I'm looking fucking bigger. And you don't want to come off. Right now, I'm on my MTRT because I'm doing health phase. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm only on like a little bit of test right now. But
Yeah.
fuck me, man, it is addicting. And that's why you got to be careful if you get into it because one, the effects can fuck you.
Yeah.
Like natural, Kanan knows this. I was already an angry cunt.
Because I'm
And then
gonna add
on
into
here,
this.
it made me more
Let
angry.
me
But
add
nah,
into this then.
let me finish up. Let me finish up.
Yeah, go on.
But that's what you just got to be careful about. Like what
Mm.
I did on my first cycle, obviously, I know I weren't on a lot, but I should have stuck around that 200, 300 milligram mark. But like, nah, I just
Yeah.
kept bumping it up. And then I added in
Yeah.
another compound, and
So you went like you gradually like did it lower, which is good. Like you obviously thought about that a lot, but then you just went like really high. We were saying you should have
Yeah.
started higher and then just moved more into that higher dose instead of being so low. I understand what you're saying. But
I
the
think
thing,
I'd recommend for anyone that wants to jump on at
yeah,
any age, not even just as a fucking teenager, just do a test only cycle,
Yeah.
preferably about 200 to 300 milligrams, and do that for 16 weeks.
yeah,
So
Per
let
cycle,
me
that's
just
perfect one.
put all like input on this about what people say about roid rage and all this stuff. So one thing I'll say is if you do not control your estrogen, and I will say so, this is one of my friends, Kurt. I got a message the other day, and his estrogen all out of whack. He dropped the toast on the floor, out at toaster. He started crying because your estrogen obviously increases your testosterone, and that's the thing. I've been there. I've nearly cried just because I've done something stupid. I made a mock, like, and fool myself, start crying, even though it was nothing serious. But the thing about roid rage, I think it's all placebo to an extent. To an extent, obviously. Before ZAINE hopped on as well, he was already fiery. He was. I remember once we were training in the gym in Sheffield. He lost his bottle. Couldn't find it for ages. He was fuming. Bro, where's my fucking bottle? Where is it? Where is it? It's pissing me off. I need a drink. I'm thirsty. He was right next to him. Found out afterwards. And it's like, I think it increases the factor of what you already are. If you're already an intense, like very active, hyper person, you become more of that. If you're already a calm
enhances.
person, yeah. And then if you're already a calm, nice
Okay.
looking person, you become more like that. But I think it also increases everything of your life as well. Confidence, your looks, your capability of being a man, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Your strength, your body, even your mind. It's like I remember before I hopped on, I was going to college, wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh, I'm dreading college. Oh my god, I'm jumping out of bed, wide awake now. And it's like I remember what it was before and afterwards. And I remember I was actually looking forward to my day. I was looking forward to like just being a human compared to what I was before to now. There's a massive difference. And Zayn Kobe say the same. The confidence you have, you're supposed to be confident as a man, as a woman. You're supposed to be. And some a lot of people nowadays, they're too scared to go up to a person in the gym and ask him, "Hey, mate, how'd you do this? How'd you do that?" Or, "Excuse me, I think you look fucking mint." So people aren't really can do it nowadays without feeling like, shall I say, envious. Is give common decency to be nice to people, to admire. Like obviously, I train in the pure gym and I wear gas, I wear triple out. I don't wear what the average Joe wears. Unite Tech, all this stuff, all this lot. I stand out.
Don't diss the night, lad. Don't diss the night.
No, I'm not. But I'm on about it's like compared to a hardcore bodybuilding standard. Go back 6 months ago, I
I know
was the only
nothing.
person wearing gas. Now seeing some little dweebs who weigh, no offense, 120 pounds, 130 pounds, so 60 kilos around that, all wearing gas. 6 months ago, I was not wearing it. Now I'm seeing people doing all this, not wearing it. But what I'm trying to say is the fact is people get the whole conspiracy about gear wrong. They do.
Can I just touch up on what you've just said there
Well,
about people get their opinions on gear wrong? Everyone thinks straight away your balls are shrinking, you can't get it up.
you
All
cock
this and that.
small.
You've got a tiny willy.
Yes,
Listen,
exactly.
listen. On test, whether you're on a little bit or a lot, like, and this is the sad truth because it's not all fucking like
Rainbows and
good.
sunshine.
Like, I promise you now, you're horny 24/7.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to edit this out 'cause it's the fucking truth, man. Like, I swear to God, if you ain't got a girlfriend or someone you're seeing, it gets peak for you. You're horny all the time. You have random boners constantly. And obviously,
Yeah.
because we're teens as well, our test is already higher than them,
Yeah.
you know? And fuck me, sometimes it gets bad. You're waking up most mornings, piss wet through to fucking wet dreams.
Yeah.
You know what
I'll
I'm
say
saying?
that.
Wet dreams constantly. Like, it's, you've got to be able to control it, you
Mm.
know? Because sometimes it does get very bad. And I'll say it how it is, man. Like, you
Appreciate
can
the
agree with
honesty,
me on
bro.
that. Yeah,
Mm. That's the thing.
it's,
Honesty is key with all this. And it's
yeah.
like,
Absolutely.
as he was
Yes.
saying,
Yeah.
as he was saying about obviously the levelness of your libido, it tenfold. It's massive. And it's like, I'm chasing misses around house as it is. And it's like, as he was going on with wet dreams and all, I didn't have none before. I had one when I was like 14. Before it was like every other day, and it's not it's a sore subject. It's something you got to be honest about. it does change you
Yeah.
as a person. But to me, it's made me into a better man, and that it truly is. And it's like I do not regret everything at all. I look better. I feel better. Overall, I enjoy life more. I see things more clearer, and it's like
Mm.
the main thing I love about it is the confidence you have with it. The confidence you get. It's something. It's weird. It's like someone who jumps into your body and you just feel different.
Human.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because you
Yeah,
have
you
got
feel
superhuman
different. You
levels
feel.
of testosterone. And a lot of people say, "Oh, it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing." Then why are women on HRT, TRT, all this lot, hormone replacement therapy? After a certain age, women got to take estrogen because it helps them. So I think, as a younger person, increasing the amount of testosterone you have turns you into that person. And yeah, it might be scientific studies in the future saying, "Oh, after all, it does fuck all for you." For me, I noticed the difference. Even my missus, my mum, they notice it. I've put on since I first started training 34 kilograms of weight, and I'm the same height. That's a lot of weight to put on. Not a lot of people can do that. And that's one thing I can say is another thing, your hunger. You're hungry 24/7. The amount of food I eat is ridiculous. My mum hates it how much I eat. Hates it.
Yeah, I haven't actually heard that before. I
Yeah.
actually haven't heard the hunger. Do
You
you feel
also
the
see
same way, Zane?
Yeah. Well, not right now. The amount of food I'm
Yeah.
eating, but normally, yeah. Like when you're dieting, it's a lot harder because you're heavier as well.
yeah.
But then again, you should be on more food. But obviously, I like to eat a little bit less and not do as much cardio. Like a lot of people make the mistake when they're dieting. They cut carbs out straight away and they're doing loads of cardio straight away. Just
You need carbs to train.
pick one, pick one. You know, and like a lot of pros will say this as well, or people that have competed or done a prep seriously. They've gone pick one and stick to that, then add cardio in nearer to the time,
Yeah.
or add less food in nearer to the time. But yeah,
So,
like as a fucking male as well, touching on what Ewan said, you want to be masculine. You don't want to be like one of these fucking pussy femboys
sorry, boys.
walking around. Yeah, walking around, man. Like you want to be masculine, you know.
Hmm.
That's how you want to present yourself. So I agree with
just want
what
to
Keenan's just said there.
I just want to go on what Kana was saying, which I thought was really interesting about how taking PEDs enhances your already like personality and your characteristics. And I think that's actually genuinely really important. The fact is if you're thinking about going on steroids, if you're a very anxious person, if you're a very aggressive person, if you've got problems within yourself, PEDs is definitely, as Kanan said, going to exaggerate that a lot. So
It is
if
Yeah,
you're
depressed.
like,
It's to make me more depressed. I've
like
seen
yeah,
videos.
exactly.
I've seen videos of a guy who was taking Tren. He had to get a cold shower at 2 o'clock in the morning because he was having panic attacks, anxiety attacks. You don't need that. Honestly, if you know something is that bad for you, don't touch it. I'll say,
Yeah.
when we're going through the subject of compounds we've all used, a lot of people won't believe what I've touched. I'm a bit frivolous with it because people say, "Oh, try this before you say, have this, have that, try that." Because I've got connections. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And it's a good and a bad thing on the subject of PEDs. And something I can say is, be fucking careful. I've just got my blood done 3 days ago. I'm gonna go to the doctors tomorrow to get results back. And but
I do not even want to see them results.
yeah, that's what I mean. And it's like on the outside, I look fine. I look all this up. Like people set me for my acne. Zane, how bad was my acne before I
Oh
hopped into
yeah,
it?
no, yeah, you're back with fucked when you're a natural boy. Yeah, I
That's me
remember.
well natural. And obviously, one
Gruffalo.
thing is, a lot of people think I've got severe gear acne. Not at all. With how much weight I put through, I cause blood vessels to pop underneath my skin to cause blood like spots. And that's the thing. People think gear this, gear that. No, even without, I had bad acne. And fuck me, it's one of my biggest insecurities. I don't like it. The main thing is that it's not on my face as much as it was. But, as I was touching on, you can even put your blood results, my blood results, on your thing to see what it looked like after a year of gear use, just to show people what they're actually like of. I've not took health subs. I've not done none of that. You can show them the truth of what I've took, how much I've took, and I can give you a list of what I've took, just to prove to people the effects it have on teenagers. If they're shit, they're shit. If they're great, they're great. If I'm dying, fuck me. TRT if it comes to it. If it comes to it, I'll check in my health subs. I've got loads of people around me who know what I need to do. One thing I need to do for my fucking health, cardio. One thing I don't do. No, I do it with Mrs. That's it. I walk upstairs. I'm nearly 200 pounds, 91 kilo at 5'6". I'm out of breath walking upstairs. That's not healthy. I say it straight. And that's what people need to realize. Your cardio is very important, especially whilst pushing up. And I'm a lazy fuck. I said the same as well. He don't want to do as much cardio, so he goes to the food. That's what I do. And it's like you can still get lean by not doing cardio. People don't realize that. But if you're an enhanced bodybuilder and you need an entire pharmacy just to stay lean or to get lean, you ain't doing it right.
I just want to quickly just interject about people thinking about going on as well. I think people have asked me like, what do you actually think? Because obviously I'm doing the podcast. What do you think about steroids? Do you recommend it? You know, what's your thoughts? And I just want to say my thoughts really quickly. I think
I
it's all person dependent. I think if you know yourself that you can handle it, you've got the money to supply yourself with the proper pharmacy grade drugs, you can get the blood work done, you've got a coach, you've got
one
proper
sec.
guidance, proper people around you, then I think you should, you know, that's up to you. If you seriously think you can do it without any of that, then you're making a massive mistake.
Yeah.
You know, I think Kanan, I think, you know, I wouldn't say it's you know it's just a black and white thing. You know, you shouldn't do it, you should do it. I think it's all just who
Yeah.
you are as a person, and can you afford to do it? Have you got the right things around you?
I'll say something. This is a rich man's sport, and there's a lot of poor people who can't afford it. I'll say I'm not wealthy at fucking all. I scrape by doing what I can to make money, and there is ways I do it. I'm not going to disclose. But you got to do what you got to do, haven't you, in life? So with me affording to be able to get coached, my supplements and stuff like that, it's expensive. It really is. People don't see how expensive it really is. I've got 2 gym memberships because
Very,
I don't want to
very,
train like at a
yeah.
pure gym. I don't want to train like at a pure gym, so I go to another gym what's open 24 hours, which is a bodybuilding gym. But then I like training upper at a pure gym because I see my missus, she trains with me. And also that is people don't understand of how much effort you have to put in, not just in the gym itself, the outside of it, your meal prep, your dieting, your cardio, your sleep. Fuck me, I slept 10 hours and I still feel fucked. That's so as well about gear. I noticed my sleep's 10 times better. I sleep so deep. My missus got up in the middle of the night. I can't remember what she did the other night. I think her alarm went off 3 times or something because she had to get up for work. I did not hear it once. So I
I
mean,
think I think my opinion on that is like so yeah, it's very person dependent, but obviously at a young age, man, it's not the wisest thing to do. Me and Kanan both know that
yeah,
it's not. But
Yeah.
because it is fucking expensive, man.
it really is.
Like when I'm on cycle, you're fishing out what £400 a month just on
That's that
gear,
much.
just on gear, and then you've got like you said, gym memberships. You got loads of
Mm,
memberships to pay for. You
supplements.
know,
The
yeah,
ancillaries
supplements,
as well,
food,
the AIs.
nights out, everything, man. And so I think if you do want to go on it, man, just make sure you're fucking financially stable.
Mm,
That's the main thing. And make sure like you're gonna
Absolutely.
fucking stick to it. Just make sure you're gonna stick to it as well. 'Cause you can't be coming
yeah,
off at random times. You
no.
know, say you go on holiday, you gotta take it with you.
Yeah, you're missing
Shit like
pins and
that. You
stuff like
gotta,
that. You can't.
yeah.
It's like I've noticed a difference. Like if I forget to, like when I was on cycle before, if I miss a few days out, oh, I notice it just a little bit. I don't feel like as awake and stuff like that. It's like you do notice a little bit, even though it's not massive. You do notice a difference. If you've got a scheduled it, you don't have influxations of your hormones. The main thing is you control your estrogen. That's where AIs
Yeah.
come around. They're expensive AIs.
Don't think it's a cheat as well. 'Cause it's not just a fucking cheat. You can
No,
take all the gear you want. If you're eating fuck all, you're
no,
just a
no, no.
lazy ass in bed all day.
I know people
It's
on
not gonna fucking
800
do
milligrams
anything.
of Tren. I know people who's on 800
We
milligrams of
both
Tren.
do. And what does he look
Yeah.
like?
That's what I mean.
Oh,
He looks
fuck
good
me.
for his age, but it's scary. 800 milligrams. Not even Nick Walker takes that much. Also, another thing I want to touch on is how much people lie about how much you got to take. Oh, you can get massive with
Ah,
250 test. You cannot get massive off a 250 test. All these bodybuilders saying, oh, I took a gram or two. They're all lying. For you to get absolutely huge, to stand out like a sore thumb, you've got to be taking grams. That's not how people can afford, and it's dangerous. And I'll say that. No,
Debatable.
I'm talking about
Debatable.
no, I'm talking massive, not just big. I'm talking
Yeah, I
massive.
know.
All these pro
Yeah.
bodybuilders lie. They all lie about the use. Only person who's a bit honest, I'll probably say JP, 6 or 7 grams of drugs a week. I could believe that. But all these people on Instagram said, oh, 500 tests and a bit of R will get you massive. Not at all. No. 1 IU growth
I
hormone.
mean,
No.
I mean, JP is a living example. I mean, he's been from his first cycle when he was 18, but it wasn't like, you know, he's been on grams and
Hmm.
grams since he was 18. He's now 37, you know, and he's got a hell of a lot of muscle, even though it's gone all to his midsection. But you know,
Hmm. That's me. He was 308 pounds at 5'6", wasn't it?
6'6", yeah.
Yeah. So he's my height plus 100 pounds. It's fucking mad how people are actually massive, but people don't realize of how expensive gear is, how much you've got to take, how
Yeah,
often.
absolutely.
It's not pretty. When I was on cycle, I were on 0.75 test, 0.5 mil mast, and something else. So I was like 1.5 per jam. It's not pretty. Also, PIP. PIP ain't nice. Zane knows about PIP. Horrible. Post injection pain.
I've had
Also,
I've had an infection in my quad, man, from pinning. I
mm,
remember this. I did a pin in my quad and I fucked it up massively. And we had a leg day the next day, didn't we?
yeah.
And I just fought through it, man. Like I were in pain, I was limping to the gym. And I fought through it, I was sound, but I was in so much fucking pain. So much pain. Like you just gotta be careful with injecting as well. You, like watch videos on it.
You gotta be
You know,
clean as well.
get people to, show you how to do it properly. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna show my stuff, but obviously you've got alcohol wipes, you've got to wipe yourself down,
Gotta
and
wipe.
then I always like to get a shower afterwards. But
Mm,
I'm a hygienic, clean person.
yeah.
It might not do that much like beneficial things. Just in my mind, I just like to get a shower afterwards and just feel clean.
You feel clean, that's
But
the
because
thing.
obviously I inject every day. I inject every day before I train. Or on a rest day, I just do it in the morning. I like to do it daily instead of big chunks throughout the week. It's
It's like
personal preference.
I've missed a pin before. I've done 2.5 milliliters in my right glute. 2.5 mil. That's a lot. And Zane, you know that's a lot.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's
syringe
not.
took.
Yeah, it's not pretty at all. It's horrible. I'll tell you something. You mess with a pin once, you nick a vein or something, you're pissing out blood bad. And that's something. This is why I've come on this because it's truth, and it's the truth. It's a scary matter. Also, something. If you ever get a cough when you hit a vein with certain compounds, oh my god, you see me with that, bro. I got a mask cough.
Strength off.
Yeah, mask on cough as well. It
Yeah,
feels like someone's on your chest, and you just taste it.
yeah, I
On
know. It's
video,
horrible.
it's not pretty. It's not, and that's another subject we've got to come into in a minute. Is that it's not a pretty thing. That's why a lot of people try and keep it hush hush. But something needs for people to do is open their eyes about it. They really
Yeah.
do.
Yes.
That's the
You
whole
know,
reason why
I
I'm doing
think,
this.
I mean, I've learned a lot this podcast already. You know, I've learned a lot of things I didn't know. Like you've told me so many things that I've had no idea about because obviously people just don't talk about it because people just
Mm,
lie and they don't talk about the truth. And I think the main thing is about this people don't actually understand how much actually you have to do to be healthy and do this.
yeah,
This isn't like people watch. If you think about going on steroids, by watching this, and if you're watching by now, you can't just go on it and that's it. There is so much you have to do and consider before even taking it. You know,
Yeah.
and if you don't do it properly, you're gonna fuck yourself up. You know,
yeah,
like Zane said about the financial side, the fact is people actually need a lot more than people say you do. You might think people are saying, oh, like Kanan said, 200 tests can make like JP. No, it's well, you know, as Zane said, that's debatable, but you're gonna need a lot more. You need a lot more than you think.
yeah.
And not only is that going to cost a lot more, you're going to have to treat that with all the other, you know, things you've got to do, like blood work and everything like that, and health subs to do that, you know?
The
Like I
thing is
said,
with
So,
me, right, myself, I had a thalamic stroke when I was 13 years old. Like I had a blood clot in my brain. I nearly died, man.
sorry to hear that, man.
I've got antithrombin deficiency, so I've got thick blood.
you got to take aspirin every day.
Yeah, yeah, I've got to take aspirin every day. I fuck ton now, especially now that I'm on gear. It's a blood
Yeah,
thinner, so I've got to be very careful with certain compounds I use.
yeah. Like
You
EQ,
know,
you can't run EQ much.
I only run a small dosage of that, but obviously
That's
I got
it.
my bloods done afterwards. I'm not massive on blood work.
No,
I'm not, but obviously I get it done when I need to, you know. But I've never had like bad signs from it.
no.
My blood work's always been like spot on, surprisingly. So
Yeah, it's
I
surprising.
take it because
I was there when Zane got his first buzz done. He was nervous as hell. He were. And it's not a pretty. I got mine done the other day, and I still got a little mark there. I was thinking, fuck me, it's the first time what he's done in years.
after your first cycle, though, your bloods shouldn't
Yeah,
fucking
if it's
change that
just
much,
test,
depending on what you use.
if it's just testosterone, it'd be fine. You can do a simple prick test to get your testosterone checked, but your kidney function, you'll be perfectly fine off of 100 tests, 150 tests. It's when you start introducing more exogenous hormones and compounds, what are dangerous. And that's the thing, you've got to look at the androgenic rating and the anabolic rating, the amount of side effects to what the actual ability is going to cause. Like women, when they take bar, oh my God, the clit grows, their voice goes like this, start acting like manly features, you get a sharp jawline. If that's affecting women like that, how is it
Look
affecting men
like
and women?
trannies.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They start turning into
Yeah.
blokes. I went to a bodybuilding show not long ago. I saw this woman. Oh my fucking God. This woman had bigger arms than me. I was like, what? I said to Mrs. Look at her. She's fucking massive. I'm like, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was intimidated while thinking, all right, whatever she's doing, I need to know. And it's like, people don't understand, even females take gear. And obviously, you don't have to take as much. But I believe that no matter who you are, you've still got to be safe with it. That's the main thing. And something I'll say is there's two different types of people. You've got hyper responders and hyper tolerators. Hyper responders, Kevin Lavroni, we all know him. Off stage, 6 months out from Olympia, we all saw he looks like 6 months later, what the fuck? Transforms and mutates. Then you've got people like hyper tolerators. I know a lad who used to take 750 tests, 400 Masteron, 250 Tren, 30 milligram SUPERDROL. You know how? Because I got it for him. And he took that much, he didn't look like he was in gear. He didn't look like he touched tests. And he was training hard, he was eating. No, it just won't go because he's a hyper tolerator. That means it can take more amount of gear and be more safe for the side effects, but it don't grow as fast. Compared to someone who's on a super hyper tolerator, they can take less gear and just double like that. And that's the thing. It's your genetics. I've not got the best genetics in the world. I've not got a small waist. I don't grow like this. I don't burn fat by playing Xbox at all. No, I've got to do fucking cardio. That's people don't understand. It's true though. Like Mungo, on a real one, if you were getting shredded, how much cardio would you be doing a day? Half an hour, 45 to an hour. There's some people out there who don't have to do it. They can just eat lettuce and just get lean. I'm not like that. But I'm not going to let my genetics tell me how far I can go. I will do everything I can to grow. And that's the thing. Same goes with Zaine. Me and him both said this before. We're not both genetically gifted. But one thing we're both good at is getting bigger. But that's the best thing we can do, is just keep growing and growing. And some people need to understand it's just simple. Eat more, lift heavier, get bigger. Simple. You look at all these big bodybuilders.
I just want to...
Go on. I think you're frozen.
Yeah, so I just want to quickly... Do you want to just finish what you're saying, Kanen, quickly?
Yeah, so like you look at all these big bodybuilders, right?
Okay, do you want to finish what you just said? You just froze for a bit.
Yeah, you sort of do. So you look at all these big bodybuilders, like I will say so. I've met one bodybuilder in person, my first bodybuilding show. His name's Dan Salabi. Fuck me, Jesus Christ. I saw him.
Oh, yeah, Dan,
He's got the same height as me. Fucking chest out here, bro. I've never seen someone so dense in my life. And honestly, it's the way he trains. He's fucking heavy and he's dense. That's what people need to look at. JP, look at Jack Richardson. How much weight they're pressing, how much weight they're pulling. They're dense, they're thick, they're
so
full.
strong, man.
That's what I mean. And you look at it, why don't people just replicate what works for other people? If it works for them, it'll work for you. You lift heavy, you're going to grow. You row heavy, you're going to have a big ass back. You're going to squat heavy, you're going to have big ass legs. Simple. I even hit thrust. I hit thrust 625s because you've got to train glutes. You've got to train everything. People just miss out on the muscles what are important for bodybuilding. Your glutes especially. They're massive. They're important. People miss them out.
Yeah. Wrist shots.
Was that targeted at me, King?
No. I've only started training glutes recently. I think you thought more like women. Like my missus, she trains twice, 3 times a week. It's mad. Oh, it's good. It's mad. Trains glutes 3 times a week. But at the same time, there are guys out there, young lads who trains arms 4 times a week, 5 times a week, and they're not growing. Why do you think? Because you're not training enough and you're not resting enough. Training arms twice, 3 times a week, that's fine. But you're training every day, you ain't going to grow. Short and simple.
I think what you're saying, Ken, is actually really interesting about doing the hard movements. I mean, we all know this. I mean, you can see who does their deadlifts, who does the barbell rows on stage. Like, it sticks out like a sore thumb on stage. The density, you can see the barbell presses, you can see the heavy dumbbell presses, you can see it in the physiques. When you look at the old guys in the 90s and 2000s, like Dorian, like Zach Khan, just the size. It's not just shredded; it's the size with the shreds. But we look now. I mean, yeah, and I'm being honest. I don't think the level of bodybuilding is as good as it was then. I'm going to say that, and I believe in that. I genuinely do.
I
disagree with me.
They were 300 pounds.
Dorian would beat Derek any day of the week. No doubt about that. Derek, no disrespect to Derek, there's no dispute for the Olympics. He's got a great physique. But just look at him compared to Torian, that graininess.
Andrew Jack should have won that Olympia. Andrew Jack should have won the Mr. Olympia.
He looked good. They look good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like Nick Walker, he was.
I agree with you saying completely.
And it's like, he's that massive compared to me, yeah. But if you compare old school bodybuilding to nowadays, it's nothing. It's all there's some bodybuilders out there you can sim for. Compared to now, it's not as good. It's not as exhilarating. Fuck me, if I saw went to Olympia and I saw them, oh my god, I'd be like, Jesus Christ, there's levels to this. But to back then, it's like they still had the symmetry. They had the small waist. They weren't bloated. They had the fucking distended stomachs. They were so clean. It was art compared to now. They're going for pure
Yeah.
maths, but they're sacrificing the art of bodybuilding. The art of bodybuilding is still meant to look.
I just think, yeah, I just think too many
Defined as
people
well.
train like pussy boys. I think
What
too
you
many
say?
people train like pussies.
Hit the
Like
Olympia.
you've got
Yeah,
people
yeah,
our age, yeah,
literally, yeah, literally.
and they're doing like a fucking, I don't know, for example, they're doing a one arm pull down, man. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, pull, squeeze. It's fucking bollocks, man. You've
I've
got
got
no
ADHD.
injuries.
I
You've
can't
got
count
no.
shit.
Like, it's just fucking pointless. It's actually sad. Just rip the
Yeah,
fuck out of it. Have some fucking intent with a
yeah.
set. Have some aggression, man. You know,
Mm.
training like a fucking granny. I don't get it.
I think, I think, Zane, I mean, what you're saying is, I mean, I think that's also a reason why the physiques we see nowadays are different compared to back then. Is the fact is they're not training the same. Look
Mm.
at Big Sess, look at Anthony, look at Leroy, look how they were training, look what they were doing, look how hard they were putting, they were eating so much food, training so hard, and look how grainy and defined they were. But
Yeah.
now all these Olympians, what do they train like? They're doing like one plate on chest presses, no disrespect to them, but they're not really training hard. They don't train hard, a lot of them.
Like I'll say something.
You
Like Flex Lewis and Dallas McCarver. Dallas McCarver, he had so much potential, and it's about gear as well. But he was running grams and grams. His heart weighed 3 times the weight it was supposed to be, and he died by choking on food. And it's like it was very sad. And he has so much potential, but he was just deteriorating because the amount of gear he was using. And that's the scary thing about it. It's like people don't understand. People have died because of gear. People have died because of other things in life. But when some people say, "Oh, he died of a heart attack because of gear," but it's got nothing to do with it. But there are some cases out there, like Dallas McCarver, he knew he was going to die. He knew he was killing himself. But he had that much drive and that much passion
yeah,
to become Mr. Olympia. He did it. And I respect that. I have my heart off to him. I'll say, all right, rest in peace and all. But he knew what he wanted in life and he gave everything to it. And I fucking respect that. A lot of people don't understand how much will and how much drive people have for this and how much it encourages other people. People come up to me in the gym before saying, I fucking love how you train. You're an inspiration. And that's what I want to do. I see people like Dallas McCarver and all Flex Lewis and all these fucking big bastards who give their life to it all these years. They're like idols to me. And I'll say it. They all look amazing. All of them. And it's all down to the simple fact they want it more than anyone else. The naturals. They all train hard. They all do. But they're willing to go that extra step to sacrifice a better health for their future. Flex Lewis, if you listen to one of his videos, bodybuilding gave him the life, the house, the beautiful family he has through bodybuilding. And that's the thing. Anything you can achieve is from here. And that's the thing. You want to go that extra step, you got to do what you got to do. Do what needs to be
Yeah,
done.
but some people's goals
I
might
just
be
want to
to
read you a
look
quote,
better
guys.
naturally. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Sorry, Jen, I just want,
go on, Mungo. You're right.
no, I'll just show you this quickly. I just want to show you this quote. I don't know if you, I know it's blurred. I'll just read the quote. Sorry, I just interrupted. I just want to see what Kanan was saying. The quote is, most people go their whole lives out feeling passion for something and driven. Fortunately, you found it young. I just wanted to say that because I think that was actually a really nice quote that I have on my camera roll just from what Kanan was saying. The fact is, we all know what we want to do so young, which is actually so special,
Yeah,
and if
and
we're willing to go as far as you want for it.
yeah,
Carry
like
on,
I
Zane.
feel like I just want to say as well, like some people's goals might be to look better natural or be the best like person they can be naturally, you know, and I respect that. I don't want to shit on them whatsoever. They're doing what they want to do.
Yes.
But like the quote you've just said, I'm glad I found this young,
So,
you know. But a lot of
Yeah,
people our age, maybe even younger, maybe a little bit older, might, absolutely like take so much fucking gear now. And then in a few years they'll lose the drive and they'll lose the passion. They've got a girlfriend, they've got a kid on the
yeah,
way, they drop the gear and they just fuck it all off. And then for them it's like
yeah.
too late in a sense. Whereas if they started it earlier, they could have bounced it all around it, you know? So it's all about balance as well. Like, yes, I am taking a lot of gear. Yes, I'm training. Yes, I'm strict with my food, all this and that. I still go on a night out once every week or
He
2 weeks.
enjoys life.
I
He
still
really does.
go, out with my mates. I'll still go and have a kebab here and there. You don't have to be fucking, you don't have to
24/7,
be on
365.
point 24/7, man. Enjoy your young life. We're young. You don't want to be missing out on
Yeah.
certain events. I know certain people that have been like, oh yeah, I've missed weddings, I've missed funerals to train. Why?
It's
Do
someone's
it, do
fucking
it
death.
after,
You
Yeah.
take
do
my
it
time
after
off
the
and shoot.
funeral. Do you know what I'm saying? Do
Yeah.
it later on, do it another time, do it the next day. It's not the end of the world, you know?
So we're so young, we have that much time, and it's like I'll say something. Mine
Yeah.
is he's natural. I'll say something. For a woman, she does 30 minutes cardio a day. She don't even compete. She's been more lean than I've ever been. She had a six-pack. That's mad. Even for a woman, naturally as well. And obviously, I've been enhanced. I still am. I've still got like I can't say I'm not natural anymore, should I say? But she's never thought, all right, Kieran, I've seen that how much you're progressing. I want to achieve as far as I can go naturally. I said that. She says, you've got the genetics. Why don't you take it as far as you can? She says, no, I want to see how far I can take it naturally. I fucking respect that. Hats off to her. And she trains 5 times a week, 30 minutes cardio a day, and she tracks what she eats. It's mad. For a little lady, she eats 1,400 calories, 420 grams of protein. That's like one meal for me. It's a one meal for all of us, and it's mad. And it's like I'm eating what I want, I can eat, and I grow. And I was seeing her with like 2 chicken breasts. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But then she's full. It's like the difference in male to female, natural, unnatural. We've all got the same goals, no matter if you're enhanced or not. We all want to do the best. And hats off to anyone who does it, natural or enhanced. But it's a lot more risk, like obviously being enhanced. I'll say so. I know someone, an actual bodybuilder. They got that lean, but downstairs didn't work as a man. That's one thing as well. You're that lean, your downstairs don't work. Enhanced, you never have to worry about that. You don't.
Yeah, even with my personal use, I've never had a problem with getting ill. Never, natural or enhanced. But obviously with certain compounds you touch,
Mm,
for the
definitely.
time being, sometimes your cum can go like that.
Mm,
It genuinely can. And obviously it will come back once it's out of your system.
yeah.
I know that, Kanan knows that. But obviously, like a lot of people, it's just that fucking stereotype of small balls, small dick. It's not fucking true.
No, far
Not
from it.
true,
Far from
man.
it.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
you
anyway,
might
I
shrink down
think
a little bit on, say, your gonads and all that lot. But that's obviously because it's cutting down your natural testosterone. But it's not affecting the other
yeah,
member. It's not. So obviously, that's the thing. There's a lot of conspiracies about gear, and that's why we're going to go on all these questions in a minute. And I'll say something. Me and Zane are truthfully honest about all of it. We both experienced. We both. He rang me up one night saying, "Oh, blah 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 blah." We're comparing stories about what's happened with gear, and that's something me and Zane's all had. We've never had a filter with each other, and that's something why I respect Zane. When it comes down to training, eating, even gear, and even life, he's helped me out with a lot. And what someone needs is someone who's honest with them in life and in training. If I'm fucking up with something,
Yeah.
he'll tell me so what I messed up with something once and I was complaining. He said, "Shut the fuck up." He slapped me around the head. Do right. He was training. And I remember that. You remember that, don't you? That's what I mean. You need someone who's got your back and he will fucking put you in the right direction. And that's the thing. Everyone needs someone like that, no matter who it is. That's
in a
all.
sense, I'm like his big brother in a
Yeah,
sense,
it is. It is.
you know.
Even though you live miles away
Um,
from me. But
I
yeah,
know.
still.
We used to teach him every day because it's the same college course. We used to train every day. Even if
Yeah,
we didn't
so
have college, he'd get the
yeah.
train every
I came
single
away
day
from
to come watch
all
us
the way
train.
from Doncaster all the way to like outskirts of Sheffield, Hillsborough. Took over an hour to go.
Yeah.
Let me just reply to this. Sorry, we went to go to town today.
I want to just go off what Zane was saying about
Mungo,
no worries,
is
bro.
there anything else
Just
you
want to go
want
off
to cover,
what
mate?
Zane
'Cause
was saying. Huh?
I've got until 2, bud. So if there's anything else you want to cover,
Okay, yeah, we'll wrap it up then.
yeah,
I'll just let Kanan finish his message, then we carry on.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's do these questions because that's the main thing what everyone's wanting to hear.
yeah,
Okay, okay. Just want to say, guys, I really appreciate you having you on, and yeah, it's been a really insightful podcast. So,
Yeah,
everyone who's watching, I hope you've really tuned into what these guys have said about their experiences, everything, and you've watched the whole thing, and you've actually really had a deep thought about, do you actually want to do this? Because I think this is probably one of the only podcasts I've actually ever even heard of that's talk about teenage steroid use. So I hope you guys find lots of value in this. So yeah, just a few questions to finish up then. What both of you can answer how you like. What is your scariest experience with gear? or been a time when you thought, oh shit, this is really bad, or you've had a real problem? I know you talked about your quads in, but has there been anything else which you've been like, this is really bad?
Mine
Uh,
were,
one
go on, you first saying.
one night I had like really bad heart palpitations, and I was shitting myself,
Yeah.
and I've never had that before. And obviously that was when I was on the most I've ever ran, and I was shitting myself, and I nearly had to get like an ambulance called and everything. I was just panicking. I couldn't swallow, and I was like the only thing I could think of was the gear. I couldn't think of anything else or why it was happening because I've never had it before. And I was fucking scared, man, genuinely. But I'd say I've been quite lucky. Like I've not had anything proper
Serious.
big happen. Yeah, proper serious happen to me. You know. How about you, Kana?
So obviously, I've got two different experiences. I go for the funny one. It's one and two. So one night, obviously, this was a long time ago. I was injecting, and I used one of my 3 mils as I would do, and there's a bit of white stuff. Obviously, I put in my insulin as I would do, my insulin syringes. Think nothing of it. I thought it was just like oil distilled. Next minute, after I finished off my jab, I was sitting there thinking, why is my heart going really fast? Doof, 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 doof. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? And I realised I took Clen at 12 o'clock at night. Yeah. So I'm in bed like this. I was shaking. I was like, Jesus Christ. I couldn't sleep all night because I was like, if you know what Clen ever be like, people, if you've seen this,
You're
it's
like
strong.
fucking.
You like this, you architects. It's like, imagine 6 of these at once, straight to your noggin. It wakes you up. You're meant to take it before cardio every morning, all that. So don't take it before bed. Don't do what I did. It's stupid weird. Another thing was um, compound cough. You can get it from Tren, Mash, and all sorts. My first time trying it was Trent acetate, 16 years of age, in my mate's car. I'll be honest with you. He says, "Oh, you can get Trent cough." Next minute, I feel like something going across my chest like this. I'm like, I've got a video I'll have to send you if it's funny, if you think. I'm like, it's for 5 minutes straight, I was coughing up. It felt like I could taste like metal. I was coughing, horrible, nasty as hell. Something not nice people need to realize is that you will get, because obviously the minerals and ores go into your blood vessels and stuff like that. It's not nice. Go straight to your lungs because it's your aerobic system. You breathe it in. Next one was I took this tablet. It was a pre-workout thing called PHP epinephrine. I took that with Clem at 6 o'clock for a session. I did not sleep at all. I stayed up till 6 o'clock that morning and then went to sleep at 10 o'clock
Oh,
because it's that strong. Epinephrine is adrenaline, if I'm right, with Clem. I was up like this all night. I could not sleep. My brain racing. I was constantly checking wide awake. My missus was snoring next to me. I'm like, fuck me, I can't sleep at all. I'm like, gone off my head. Honestly, like, I was off my head for hours. So then I was up till 12. And another thing, messes with your stomach really bad. Really bad. I had shits for a week straight because of it. That's how bad some of these compounds are. And all these people taking I know people who use this stuff to work late at night. Adrenaline, they use it, they take tablets to work later at night because obviously how hard the job is, how needs to stay awake. It's dangerous. People can get addicted to such things like that. They're my three main things that I'll say about incidents. That's all I can say for instance wise. Never had a bad pin, anything like that at all. That's my
okay.
top three.
I've got a pretty interesting question here, which I think I think this actually whoever said this is really interesting. Would you truly come off and accept losing your size and your strength? Obviously, you have to come off, but how would you feel about that in the
The
future?
only reason why it's like if I had to come off, say now would be for us. Obviously, I'm not on anything now, but if I had to come off from back then, it'd be either family issues or it'd be
No, no,
because of
no.
life.
Let me phrase it better. Let me phrase it. How would you feel if you had to come off early, and would you accept losing the size and the gains you've made, obviously being on enhanced? So let's say
Yeah,
for example, like Zane's got a problem with his blood, right? Let's say
yeah.
Zane in like a year's time, you want to compete this year, you've built so much muscle, but you have to come off and you can't go on again or whatever. How would you feel about coming off and losing everything you built?
It'd be horrible. It'd be fucking awful. Depending on how bad it would be, and Kanan knows me very well, knowing me, I'd probably stay the fuck on. Like,
Yeah,
I'd keep running it, but obviously, if it was like fucking life threatening, man, you got to come off. And,
yeah.
you'd be heartbroken. Years of hard
Yeah,
work going down. Obviously, you can
It's
always
like
build it back up. It just depends what situation you're in.
Like I'll say something. So say if
Yeah.
like I were in Zane shoes right now, and obviously I had to come off. I know full well you lose the look, you lose the intensity, you lose the drive. It's like you've got a little devil on your shoulder saying, "Come on, motherfucker, let's go, let's train harder." And it's true, you have that drive for it. You lose the sharpness, you lose the roundness, you lose a bit of strength. But if you're still training hard and still eating right, you don't lose as much as people think. Like, say if Zane, how much you weigh in kilos? 100 and something, 110?
I don't know. I'll go off stone. Me.
Yeah, well, say 18 stone and he goes down to say 15, lose 3 stone, 36 pounds, around that. Even though he's lost all that, there'd be water, carbs, glycogen, all that lot. He wouldn't actually deteriorate that much muscle mass. He would have lost the look of that. That's all. So he sort of built that much muscle mass. That's why you have your cycles, you have your blast, your cruise, your PCT, your health phase, all that lot. Because you cannot constantly have high amounts of dose to stay massive. Because it's not healthy, in. Really, me and Zane both know that. If me and him were running, I say, 2 grams of kin all sorts for 6 months, we would definitely have to get blood work. We'd have to come off because no, it's not healthy. But those for 6 months, we'd fucking enjoy it. We love it. We're getting strong, getting bigger. We're loving it. Like he said earlier, you see a new vein every day, and it's like you just feel fucking mint. That's the thing. And we'll say it straight. You even that see a little smirk there, Zainab.
Yeah.
He knows what I mean. You feel like the shit. You're pushing heavy ass weight what no one else does in the gym. You're doing more than what the average Joe will do, average teenager, average lad our age. I'm putting up 60s on incline and all this. Like, I'm putting up heavy weight when no one even touches.
It's crazy, man.
That's what I mean. And it's like, I will say something. If you had to come off, I would. If I was saying this per se, like, obviously, for life, certain issues and stuff. If I had a life-threatening thing, I would. Obviously, I'm not on right now. I've been off. I want to say May, June before I met Mrs. So I've been off for 6 months. I've not retained all my size, but since I've come off, I pushed up my food. I've gained a bit of body fat, but I've got bigger. I've got stronger. Obviously, I'm not as lean. I'm not as sharp. I don't have no veins. I no fucking muscularity, but it's something I've got to accept. But obviously, I know I'll be hopping back on in the future. Obviously, I've got to come off. I've my blood work done, all this lot. Obviously, family issues. They don't want me being on it, and I understand it. They all care for me, but they all think, "Oh, you're gonna die at age 30." No, it's not as bad as people think it is.
Yeah, and that's
Here, drink.
yeah. Just the last few questions because obviously Zane's got to go at 2 o'clock. But I just want to ask you both, how did it go with telling your parents, and what's their feelings about it in terms of obviously being enhanced bodybuilding?
Shall I go first,
first.
Kaden? Because your story's a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I got you first because you got found out first.
So I told my mum I wanted to go on steroids, and she was like, "Right, wait until you're 18. Wait until you're 18." And I've gone, "Yeah, I promise I'll wait until
When
I'm
did you tell her
18."
this then?
You are?
When did you tell her you wanted to go on steroids?
I told her
You were
in like
17.
end of 20. Yeah. Like end of 2024. And
Okay.
I've gone, "Oh, I promise I'll wait till I'm 18." I didn't, did I? And I remember one day because I kept it in one of my drawers. She found a little tub of tests that were half used with needles, everything. And I came home from college one day, and she just, it weren't nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
I can
any
imagine
parents,
awful.
any
Any
parents
mother or
response.
yeah.
Like
Like
if it
if
was
any of
weed,
you,
drugs, anything, they
if
all
any,
care.
if any of you are a parent watching, you'd know this. Imagine your kids like finding out your kids on fucking
Heroin, because needles.
drugs, like drugs
Yeah,
in general.
but yeah, it's just been like
Yeah,
on
man.
drugs as well, isn't it?
Yeah, like
Hmm.
they'll feel disappointed in you, but obviously once they gave her the talk and like how I'm doing it safely, all this and that, it puts their mind at ease. But now that I'm 18, in her eyes, it's got nothing to do with her, you know?
Yeah.
But because I did lie to her about the amount I was on and what I was taking. And I am sorry for that.
Yeah.
But obviously, yeah, when they found out, when it was a bit hectic, but once I explained everything, it calmed down, you know?
Yeah.
But
So
Kanen's were kind of the opposite, weren't they?
yeah, mine were a hell of a lot worse. So basically on January 11th I hopped on. Me and Zane took photos on January 7th. 48 days later, because I remember I got a story on my page. Massive transformation. Massive. You can tell it was mad. 48 days, you don't make that much progress. Came home from training with Zane one day. I think it was legs or something. I came home, my mum's standing in the kitchen. She just looks to me. She says, "Are you on steroids?" I say, "Yeah." She just breaks down in tears, crying, absolutely crying, shouting at me all the time. Because obviously I told her before, I wanna see how far I'll do it as like a joke all this lot. Never thought I'd actually do it until I was 18. Maybe I didn't think I'd do it at all. But obviously, I'm young at the time. She says, "Are you actually on it?" Because a guy she knew at the time, who followed me on Instagram, he says, "Your son's on steroids. He's on Anadrol. He's on all this lot. He's on injectables, fucking orals and all this lot." She didn't believe him at first. She backed everyone to this day that I went on anything. And I do respect my mum for that. She had my back, even though I was going down the back. I lied to her. It was about March time she found out, just before we went on holiday. She wrote down crying all this lot. She says, "Show me." I kept my gear in a sock, in my bag, in a knee sleeve. So it was needles, vials, tablets, all sorts in a vial in my bag. You didn't
I,
see.
I remember that. Yeah.
So then she just showed me, sat down at the table, pulled it all out. This entire like thing was just covered. I've probably got a photo somewhere on my phone. It's full of my stuff. She looked at me crying, you fucking, she was just proper going off at me. Not gonna lie, I got cracked. I got cracked around the head. She was fuming. And it got that bad. I was saying to her, I don't want to come off. I want to pursue my dreams. I was arguing with my mum. Got to the point I got kicked out. I had to move to my nana's. And my nana's the only person who would take me in at the time because don't talk to my dad much. He won't care. He fucking found out he was fuming. Because he does boxing and he don't want no one to think, it's all because of him. Don't even speak to my dad. It's nothing to do with him. They'll think because obviously boxing, steroids, they want to get him done and all this stuff. But it's my own journey. No one else influenced me on my family side at all. So I ended up moving to my nana's. I ended up coming back one day to talk to my mum. She calmed down a lot. And I said to her, we'll eventually come off, but let me finish my cycle. And then she was all right with it. But obviously, I kept my stuff in my room. She didn't say much. So obviously, that's the rest of it. But trust me, it went on for about a week. He did dinner, Zane. About a week
Yeah.
straight. It was every day shouting, crying, shouting, smacking. Oh, well, I
She
got.
was calling me. She was calling me.
Yeah, she was calling Zane.
Having a go at me, thinking I was
That
the
he
one who
caused it,
influenced it and everything.
even though
Yeah.
I was on the influence Zane. Oh yeah, and it's like it was horrible. I lied to my mum, but it's like she ended up watching this.
His
But you
mum
know,
is lovely.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Sarah's lovely, man. But
Yeah,
Milf, aren't you?
shut
Nah.
up, you. It's like she's the person who helps me out with everything, my eating, all that, my diet, food. She helps me with all of it, and I'll say that. Obviously, it was shit that I lied to her, but she needs to understand that it is my dream, and obviously, I will eventually go back onto it. And she knows that, and she hates the fact is that I will, but obviously in my own house. Um, but it weren't nice at all. Parents weren't happy, disappointed, sad, scared, thought I'm gonna fucking die. It's not pretty at all. But then obviously I came off in June. She even went to a gym in Telford because of family. And she said, "How do I get my son off these steroids?" She says, "All right, he needs to take clomiphene and then inject 5 grams, 5,000 milligrams of HCG." If anybody in this comments knows, you don't take that much in one go. It was horrible. Imagine severe blue balls. Severe. You're meant to take 200 milligrams a day or every other day for a month. That took 5,000 milligrams in one go just because she said it. The sad thing is, she watched me do it. My own mum had to watch me inject it to prove that I was coming off. It weren't pretty, and that's the thing. I completely forgot about this, and it was not a nice thing at all. And if you're gonna do it, obviously consult a doctor, speak to your parents. If you're of age, speak to yourself, shall I say. But if you're living in your parents' house and you really want to do it, be careful. That's all I can say. It's not pretty because you will have arguments. You will get kicked out like I did. I came back eventually. It went pretty at all. That's all I can say. Anything else, we'll know.
Yeah, just one more question. I really appreciate the honesty there, Ken, as well. I think that's going to really hone into a lot of people and what actually the consequences are with their family, because that's really important. I just want to say one more question is, what do you want this episode to do for people who are listening, right? The audience who are 16, 17, 18, 19, who are maybe thinking about taking PEDs. What do you both individually want this episode to provide and stand out for?
I'll let
The
Zane go.
aim isn't, yeah, the aim isn't to like shy away people from steroids. It's just fully to like give you a insight of what it's actually like taking it at a young age, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to, because like I said, it's not really talked about online much. And when people do, they lie about it. Oh, I'm not on that much, all this and that. Just be fucking careful if you do it. Just be fucking
Absolutely,
careful.
yeah.
Get your blood work done. And just make sure it's not, and just remember it's not a fucking cheat.
Yeah. It's
Make
not
sure
real
you're
nice.
financially stable. Make sure you're financially
Yeah.
stable. You're gonna get some fucking side effects you'll have to deal with, and that's about it. I think we've covered most things, man. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So Why? Obviously, what means
Make,
How about you,
make sure
Kanan?
you've got a fucking make sure you've got a girlfriend to take it out on all the time as well.
he's on about quietus people, not other things. As I was trying to say, the main thing about why I come on this is obviously to open up about the honesty of gear use at a young age. It's scary, it's dangerous, it is. And it's like the main fact is people need to see the reality and the truth behind it in total, not just in teenagers, but in everyone's life, especially. And it's like, I'll be honest, I've dabbled with a lot of things. Zane knows it. If you know full well, Zane knows I've gone everything. Because I get free stuff. I'll give you a little list, and people will say it. Test, Tren, Susanon, Equipoise, DBOL, MK, ANAVAR, ANADROL. Even Halo once. I tried Halo, SUPERDROL. Fucking hell. I tried all sorts, but it weren't in a long time efficiency to actually notice it. It's like, like when people say, oh, just take this out a little bit left, or stuff like that. So it might seem like a lot of talk, but I weren't taking a lot of milligrams. I weren't taking long enough to see effects. Main thing I took long enough, but Anadrol. Tell you something, you get strong. You get really strong. My bench went from 100 kilos started this year to now 180, maybe pushing 190. And you can't do that naturally. You can't. And
No,
it's
no,
like,
you can't, mate.
no, and it's like, even, I'll tell you something as well, placebo effects. Not even placebo effect. Me and Zane's first, I'll say, first 2-3 weeks, my first session, I went up 50 kilo up on a leg extension. I went 50 kilo up on a hack squat. The amount of weight you end up doing because you think you like chemically enhance all this up.
Yeah,
You don't
I
see results
understand.
in the
Yeah,
first 3 weeks. I was like, even Zane said, placebo effect. Your first 3 weeks to a month, maybe 2 months, you get strong like that. And I'm talking, you get really strong. You think you're seeing major results. But also the downside of this, it's not overnight success. You think one pin, you're like Ronnie Coleman. No, not at all. That's the sad truth. It's like it takes years. It takes years and years. Since I met my missus, even though I've been off, I've still grown. And she can't lie, I have. And it's like she says, Kanan, you're getting bigger. But I don't see it. That's what people need to see as well about steroids. When you come off, your body dysmorphia gets even worse. You think you got body dysmorphia now? Go off from being a lot of gear to nothing. Jesus Christ. You look in the mirror and you want to cry. I did that overnight. Looked in the mirror, I started fucking crying. I mean, truthfully honest, I looked in the mirror and I started fucking crying because I hate how I looked. It was fucking Christmas Eve night. I was set up at 3 o'clock in the morning crying my eyes out because I hated how I looked. And just because I realised how far I went before to take gear to achieve what I want. But I will do anything to achieve what I want. I'm honest with everything. And people aren't in this world. They need to realise it's a scary subject. It's sore. And the gym has helped me. It saved my fucking life. And like I said, I was so fucked in the head as a kid until I found the gym. And it's not nice to say, but if I weren't at the gym, I'd either hurt someone or I hurt myself. A lot of people need to realize that. I take my anger out, I take my fucking love, my passion to that, and people don't see how much I put into it. That's all I can say is that it saved
yeah.
my life, and I'm willing to do anything to achieve my goals. Short and simple.
Thank you very much, guys. Um, this has been absolutely fantastic. I've learned a lot personally. This is one of the reasons why I did this because I want to learn all about it, and I've definitely done that. And I think you both have given a very good insight into what it's really like in every aspect of being a teenager, being Hans. So I really do appreciate you've given me your time and coming on here and speaking about it, and for the honesty. I really do appreciate how honest you were today, guys. You
Thanks
don't
for
see
having
this
us
a lot on
on.
social media.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
thank you very much, guys.
Anything else you need before we go?
No, I think we've covered everything. Anything else you want to add, guys?
Not tomorrow.
No.
No, all good.
Okay. Well, thank you
Right.
very much for coming, and thank you everyone for listening. Hope you enjoyed, guys, and hope you find lots of insight in these guys talking about their steroid use. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.